Good evening, everyone, and we are all set for what is going to be the last day of group stage fixtures. This clash is going to be between the Baroda Football Academy and FC THYRISTOR Ramhlun Venglai Futsal Club. And it goes without saying at this point in time, this contest is of consequence considering the fact that Ramhlun Venglai can still qualify. The top two teams from each group will be qualifying for the quarterfinals. And as things stand in Group C, at the moment, Speed Force has already sailed through with 9 points, 4 matches, 3 victories, 9 points, and 18 goals that they have scored so far. And on the contrary, if you take a look at Ambelim Sports Club, right now they are in the second position, wherein Ramlun Venglai, they are in the third position. So if they are able to win this contest, then in terms of points, one would say that they will be level pegging with Ambelim Sports Club, but then in terms of goals scored, they will be leapfrogging Ambelim Sports Club and eventually heading into the semi-finals. However, for Baroda Football Academy, it hasn't been a tournament worth remembering. That's a starting five for Baroda Football Academy. Parth Badgo, the captain, Shashank Rana, Saurav Nikam, Sumit Sharma, their goalkeeper, and Aniket Kanodia. They are playing under Dharmesh Kanubhai Patel. They also have a decent bench strength. They've got Shubham Pandit, Pratmesh Kasare, apologies, Samshad Ali, Om Gurkha, and then Abhay Ratsin Jadeja, Stephen Fernandez, Avi Yamin, Umesh Chobe, and Rudra Amin. And this is the starting five for Ramlun Venglai. They've got apologies for that. Lal Tuanzela, Lalom Puya, Si Lalrin Lua, Lalrim Ruata, their goalkeeper, and Lal Mangaya, their captain. On the bench, they've got Zonun Sanga, R. Lalom Puya, Peter Lalin Ruha, K. Rolua Puya, David Van Lal Ruata, PC Lalrim Ruata, and Jonathan Van Lal Rinunga, another substitute goalkeeper. And their head coach is Mr. Van Lal Chuanga. So, which means this match, they are going to go all guns blazing. That's the points table at the moment. Speed Force, 4 matches, 3 victories, 1 defeat, 9 points. Amelim Sports Club, 4 matches, 3 victories, lost 1, 9 points. Ramlan Venglai, they have played 3 matches, 2 victories, 1 defeat, 6 points. Baroda Football Academy, 3 matches, 1 victory, 3 points. Guwahati City Football Club have so far been humbled in all occasions. And as things stand at the moment, this is the last game for Baroda Football Academy and Ramhlun Venglai Club. If Ramhlun Venglai goes on to win this, they will be level pegging in terms of points with Amblem Sports Club, as mentioned before, and eventually will be sailing to the next round in terms of goals scored. Here we go as the players arrive in the center, taking center stage in what is going to be a very important match for Baroda Football Academy. It's about pride. For Ramlun Venglai Club, it's about not just pride, but a battle to survive. So when it comes down to this, where your survival and your pride are on the same page, a lot of things change. Just to give you all a quick heads up, the team dressed in their signature blue is Baroda Football Academy, and the team dressed in their signature white is FC Thyristor Ramhlun Venglai. And there is the confirmation. We are live from the Swarnim Gujarat Sports University. Match officials, Mr. Surendran K is the referee. The assistant referees are Syed Khalil and Ajay Singh. And Tanveer Ahmed Wami is the one who will be operating the stop clock. Sandesh Sudhir Gadkari is the match commissioner. And it goes without saying that it's going to be a big day for all of them. Rohit Ganguly, it's my name rather, as you would all know, and I'll be taking you in through this contest. And they are the starting fives for Baroda Football Academy. Once again, just to reiterate their names: Parth Badgo, their captain Sashank Rana, Saurav Nikam, Sumit Sharma, and Naniket Kanodia. For Ramhlun Venglai, they have got the likes of Vincent, Topa Pachao, C. Mama, Bowie Puya, and Titia will be starting the proceedings. Attacking on your frame from the right to the left, dressed in their signature whites. Ramhlun Venglai attacking on your frame from the left to the right, dressed in their signature blue, is Baroda Football Academy. And we are underway here at the Swarnim Gujarat Sports University. And it is expected a cracker of a game will be taking place. As mentioned before, both the teams vie out for supremacy. Baroda Football Academy obviously will be liking to finish things off on a high. It doesn't really matter whether they have already crashed out or not. Yes, this time the game is back. Restarted, but then again, a bit of glitches left and right. And at the moment, as things stand, the scoreline still remains 0-0. A bit of an open spell of play right now, creating a bit of space in their own half is Baroda Football Academy, just trying to ensure the fact that they are able to go forward in numbers. Aniket on the ball, Aniket looking for a bit of support. I reckon a few square passes now. That's the third time that the square pass has been played. Now they're trying to venture forward. This can be an opportunity for Ramhlun Venglai. They've come pretty close. It's their captain now, looking for a bit of shooting space. That was a wonderful setup forward. But then again, they couldn't really capitalize. Drags it wide. Again, a long ranger comes in, but it goes out of play. Pretty slow start right now. It would be expected that both these teams would eventually garner pace. There's another long ball and a desperate attempt here by the captain of Ramhlun Venglai to try and latch onto that opportunity. Sadly enough, it just eludes him. Eludes ahead of him. It is Titia, the captain. Back with Ramhlun Venglai again. Back to Titia. Titia looking for a bit of support out there in that central channel. Once again, Titia on the ball. We see a lot of square passes at the moment. And I think the formation right now that is being deployed by Ramhlun Benglai, that's kind of pretty wide. They're trying to stretch it out. That's a lovely setup and a wonderful shot altogether. Floating in from C. Mama. But Mama fails to find the back of the net. Good goalkeeping there by Sumit Sharma. Here's Titia once again, trying to shoehorn Baroda Football Academy into their own half. Back to their captain. Titia is getting hold of the ball quite a significant number of times. Back to Mama again. Mama does well to show a bit of his dribbling skills altogether. Back to their captain, Titia. Titia goes for a long ranger, blocked off the rebound, falls at the feet of Ramhlun Benglai's player there. It was Vincent with that left footer, but he drags it wide. A golden opportunity. Wonderful setup, eludes the marker, and then sets it up beautifully. But eventually the resultant shot, that was not on the radar. Baroda Football Academy breathing a sigh of reprieve, and now it's back with them. However, they fail to control. Kick in at the moment in favor of Baroda Football Academy. They were a part of the recently Gujarat Futsal League that happened, and they did impress. But then they can definitely do better. They have the firepower. They have what it takes to rebuild altogether. Aniket. And the square passes. And I think this is possibly where Ramhlun Benglai will have to try and break this rhythm. If they are able to go forward, just create that opportunity to start pressing a bit more. Yeah, that isn't the best of defensive maneuvers there. It was the captain once again, Titia, trying to go around the ball, trying to put his body along the way. But it wasn't the best of maneuvers, considering the fact that Baroda Football Academy's attackers, they were right on the scent of the ball. That's another long ball, very well received. Now trying to keep it under control. Eventually does well enough. And it is, once again, Opa Pachau. Pachuao rather, and that's a coach of Ramhlun Benglai, Banlal Chwanga. He knows a lot of things. He's quite an experienced campaigner in terms of futsal. So obviously just trying to channel his knowledge. Decent work now. Oh, that's an incredible finish. It came out of nowhere. It was a setup. And Saurav Nikam, he was right at the receiving end of it, got his shape exactly from where he could have dented some serious damage upon his opposition. And it was the trick of the balance that got them that all-important goal. He saw the goalkeeper out of his line there. It was Bobby Puya who was not really getting hold of proceedings. It's still unclear that what he was doing was so ahead of his line. He should have been there, rooted in his line. And then it would have been an easy picking for him. But once again, excellent placement, excellent game awareness, and eventually a fine finish from Saurav Nikam, propelling Baroda Football Academy to that opening goal of the match. That's a fine, indeed, a very good finish. Now once again, back with Baroda Football Academy. They've already got Aniket maintaining that square pass. Now look at the way how Ramhlun Benglai are trying to break that pattern. Ideally, if you are playing square passes, the idea is simple. You have to go when there are two forwards, two attackers, two marauders who are trying to stall that entire progression in sequence. You've got to go simultaneously to both the defenders, because that is when they will be pressured into sending the ball forward, channel it forward. But eventually, one forward going and trying to pressure up another defender to let the ball go, it's never going to happen, because at the end of the day, you're not putting ample pressure on the defender. So I think that approach has to change from Ramhlun Benglai, to be honest. Back with Baroda Football Academy once again. And this is taking half their time. Look at how Ramhlun Benglai, they are the ones who should be showing urgency. But somehow at the moment it feels like all the fire inside them have been doused. And somehow or the other, they are just very cautious right now. They aren't playing the fearless brand of futsal that they have to in order to change the game. Kick in at the moment, kick in taken quickly, plays it all the way back again. And this time a miss pass, allowing Ramhlun Benglai to get hold of the ball. Titia once again. From Titia, it's Opa Pachwao rather. Or Lalapuya, if you want to call him that. Back to Mama, back to Lalampuya! Goes for a long ranger. In fact, it was Mama with the long ranger. He had his priorities sorted, wanted to go for the goal, and that's a good ball forward. Does well to try and keep it in play, but the control, the weight of the touch was a bit too much. And now, once again, this can be an opportunity. Wonderful setup, but he kind of overran himself. Couldn't really figure out that there was a better way. There was, look at this delivery altogether. While he was trying to get at the receiving end of it, he kind of overshot himself. And now, Baroda Football Academy trying to get past their markers, but suddenly this is a wonderful release for Ramhlun Benglai. They do well to keep the ball in. Now they'll need some support. Support arrives. Titia on the ball. Titia plays it to Lalampuya, but Lalampuya shot. That was very well defended by the goalkeeper, Sumit Sharma, just firing it away in the nick of time. Yeah, that is good goalkeeping. Good awareness once again. This awareness is what changes the game drastically. You know, when you're talking about the diametrical opposites in a game of futsal, given the fact that the dimensions aren't exactly about football, it's way lesser, it's way shorter, and it's all about control, crisp control. You've got to figure out your plan from beforehand, and all these saves, they matter. You just can't keep on putting in enough power behind the shots. You also will have to look for placements. You also will have to look for those gaps from which you can channel the ball into the back of the net. Titia plays it to the far right again. That's another incredible bit of setup. Good footwork altogether there at the moment for Vincent. Another long ranger and wonderful save again. It was Titia trying to create an opportunity, and that definitely was foul. No questions asked. And I reckon it certainly wasn't intentional. It's just that the player was a bit too fast to go ahead and maneuver it up. It was a clash of the two number 7s, I reckon. Pratmesh Kasare just going forward with the ball, and then Lalampuya trying to keep him under control, ends up dragging him altogether. Yeah, I think that was certainly not intentional. Here's Baroda Football Academy, taking their time at the moment. Goes for a dodge on the left, but then good goalkeeping once again. Good vigilant goalkeeping from Lalrem Ruata. Straightened it away for a corner. Quickly taken back to Shashank. Shashank does well, tries to chip inside, but unfortunately it's not going to be the case. Another corner. Lalrem Ruata, he's already been beaten once, and I think he is the one who's to be held culpable for that. Could have been another opportunity for Baroda Football Academy, but then good defending, good positioning, and quick closure of that scoring space. And now a bit of lost in the wilderness moves altogether, but eventually Ramhlun Benglai, they do well to regain control, and now they are trying to create space. Now this is exactly the move which is being created by Baroda Football Academy as well. A few moments ago, if you were able to see what just happened, playing the ball, playing those lateral passes amongst themselves, but the way Baroda put in a two-pronged attack, that is where Ramhlun Benglai had to eventually release the ball, because they know that they didn't have much space, because at the end of the day, the pressure on both the players was similar. Here's another opportunity, left and right, trying to go for a few step overs. This can be a chance for Baroda Football Academy to go forward and hit the opposition on a break. Back to Aniket, who is happy to now take the ball into their own half and will be playing Bit of that touch football. A decent work. And here's the coach of Baroda Football Academy, Dharmesh Kanubai Patel, keeping a keener eye on proceedings. Pass on to the far left. Does well. Now channels it towards the far right at the moment. Good change, good shuffle of flanks. And here they come into the center. It's Lalumpuya. Yeah, the idea was to try and find the player on the far left, but sadly enough, it has been intercepted. Can Baroda Football Academy make it count? A golden opportunity. But what a scintillating bit of defense there. Almost denied on the goal line. And I reckon that is what it is all about. The unyielding resolve, the resolute metal that you would want to put forward. This is a brilliant opportunity at the moment. Shooting chance. Excellently well. Excellently done there. The equalizer couldn't have been better. And it is K Mama with the finish. Ramhlun Bengaluru restores parity. That receive, that was absolutely sizzling. That is feather control altogether. Didn't overpower it. Just took that first touch. Sent the goalkeeper flying in a different direction. And then all he had to do was just tap it home. As we enter into the final 10 minutes of the first half, it's all fair and square. A draw won't really serve the cause of Ramhlun Bengaluru. If it's a draw, then they will be eliminated. Once again, a decent attempt, but at the end of the day, I reckon the pass was slightly acute, and I think their coach, he kind of likes what he's witnessing at the moment, Valnav Chuanga. And he's just trying to tell his players it's okay, just squeeze in your best, put your best foot forward. Here comes Ramhlun Bengaluru again, Titia with the forward ball, but again it was intended for the play, kind of converging from the far right. In all likelihood it was Vincent who was just trying to get at the receiving end of it, but the pass was a bit too haywire. Back with Aniket. Now look at this one. Just one player at the moment. Look how they're allowing the space for the Baroda Football Academy to play those square passes, steal away those crucial seconds. That's another fine ball. Goal scoring chance there. And the goalkeeper has made an absolute hash of affairs. This is so not done. Lalrem Ruata, who stepped out of his goal line. You need to be aware where you are. You just can't come all guns gushing all together with your hands fluttering like a flag above your head. And this is another opportunity, a free kick from just outside the circle. We can see Samshad Ali, who's getting ready for the free kick. It's going to be an indirect free kick, obviously goes without saying. A nice setup, good goalkeeping there, redemption for the big man, Lalrem Ruata. I think that is what futsal is all about. It's a 20 minutes half game, so 40 minutes of game time. You can't really keep on dwelling on your mistakes. You have to pick yourselves back on and eventually find your way forward. That's good one-touch football there. Good footwork as well. Fancy footwork, to be honest, by Baroda Football Academy. Sends it on to the far left. Trying to create a bit of space there. Does well to twist and turn and eventually unload an effort. Sadly enough, it didn't really have enough power behind the ball. And this can be a chance, but good defending there. Persistent defending. And here comes Ramhlun Bengaluru once again. The idea was there. It was K Mama who was just trying to create that square pass. But again, the placement of the pass could have been better. Themselves, just keeping it calm right now, not really rushing through, not trying to push as hard as they want to. just making all these important seconds count. Baroda Football Academy, they have nothing to lose. They have already been eliminated. They are fighting for pride at the moment. So, yes, when you fight for your pride, I think you are a lot more fierce. You are a lot more committed to the cause because you want those 3 points in your side. But then again, for Ramhlun Venglai, I think they are caught in two minds whether to go ahead and pull off the finest of performances, trying to get hold of your scoring opportunities, or be cautious, or just try to assert the dominance, is trying to bolster the goal scoring chances. I think all of these things, they matter. Another lovely square pass trying to set itself up. A bit of shooting space ahead of him there. Vincent plays it towards the far right. Back to Titia. Titia controlling the possession. Titia taps it to Vincent. Vincent shuffles it to the far right. That's an excellent inside dodge and a screaming finish from Mama once again. What a terrific turnaround, and it deserves a scream. But that's an electric finish. Look at this dodge there. That was $1 million dodge. Goes inside, sends the defender flying in a nice cold move, and boom, right through the gates of the goalkeeper. No chance whatsoever for Sumit Sharma. And Ramhlun Venglai from 1-0 down, they are 2-1 up. The way they have picked themselves up, it has been a very methodical approach. It has been very calculative and very precise. They haven't really let go of opportunities. They have kept on fighting. They've kept on fighting as hard as they could. They come knocking on the doors again. This can be a chance, and that is goal number 3. No doubts about that. Now they are asserting their dominion. It looks like it's the hat-trick for Mama. Yes, it is. The rebound, Sumit Sharma trying to keep it away, trying to inch that one away. But he had no idea where the ball was, and the two defenders, Sashank and Aniket, they were kind of clawing at thin air. And from 1-0 down, Ramhlun Venglai, the way they have come back, the way they have stamped their authority in the boldest of liveries, I reckon that is what a learning brand of futsal is all about. This is sensational, this is electric. And they keep on knocking on the doors now. Coming in all the way from the right. Another lovely through ball. Goal number 4. Mama's running right. It's a gush of adrenaline. Ramhlun Venglai laying waste to Baroda Football Academy. This is sensational. This is electric. Once again, Sumit Sharma. It felt like he was just a hologram positioned all together. And all Mama had to do was place it. Mama does it without a fuss altogether. And it looks like it's gonna be a timeout that has been called for. Baroda Football Academy needs a break, for at the moment they are being destroyed. Stay tuned, everyone. It's a minute of breather, and we'll be back. We are back on the roll again. The game started on an entirely different note. The Baroda Football Club created all the space, and somehow Ramhlun Venglai They were being stopped in their tracks. They had to fend for themselves, and all they could manage was scraps. But then, as they say, time changes. As they say, life comes a full circle if you are just hanging in there. That's exactly what Ramhlun Venglai did. They hung in there, they kept on pushing, they kept on persisting. And it is their dogged nature, it is their resilience, it is their persistence that eventually bore handsome dividends. Mama, the man who set the Swarnim Gujarat Sports University court ablaze with his sensational brand of futsal. And now the square passes are aplenty for Ramhlun Venglai, wherein Baroda Football Academy, all the four players are in their own half, just trying to fend off what seems like an incessant and almost inexorable, and most importantly, an insurmountable chariot of, or the juggernaut role of the Ramhlun Venglai. That's another fine ball forward. And now they does well enough. That's another incredible bit of work done by Peter Lalrin Loa, who chests it down. Here's an opportunity for Baroda Football Academy to try and find the second goal. That second goal is crucial for them because it will help them break Ramhlun Venglai's rhythm. At the moment, Ramhlun Venglai is extremely high on rhythm, and the way they are operating, it's like a team coming together as a family. It's like a team coming together with an objective on their minds altogether, and they have to see this objective being converted. That's another nice ball trying to get at the receiving end of it. Just too much on that one, and that will go out of play. Now it's time for the goalkeeper taking his time. Sends it further forward. Does well. This time again. Decent work. Keeping it under control. Back to the goalkeeper. I think initially when he conceded the goal, there were a few question marks, but then the way his team has retaliated, responded, reciprocated to the growing pressure, to the growing urgency, it could have been another brilliant finish. And who else than Mama would have been at the end of it? Sadly enough, that's again brilliant goalkeeping from Sumit Sharma. Just trying to cope with the pressure, but what a display this is turning out into. This is turning out into an absolute frenzy altogether, and you've got to keep your eyes glued to it. Another long ranger lined up, and sadly enough, this time it was Peter Lalrin Loa who couldn't really break past the barrier. Eventually, that has been traded away for a corner, quickly taken, and another back pass, but intercepted. Asking the referee, just asking to create a bit of gap altogether. But now it has been intercepted, and here they come. Here they come, knocking on the doors. That's another fine ball, trying to deploy the knuckleball technique. It's a bit of a scuffle altogether, and eventually it is Ramhlun Venglai who comes out on top, manages to secure possession for themselves, and now sends the ball gently chipped over into that long, or rather onto that right wing. Back to Titia again. And now Titia, just looming large. Decent work now. Lalompuya sends it further forward. Here comes another shot, but I reckon the angle was a bit too difficult on that occasion. It was extremely acute, so trying to break free, trying to barge in, it was never really going to work out. It looks like possibly another timeout has been issued. Yes, that's the second timeout of this half. Yeah, so we'll stay tuned, everyone. We'll be back after the short breather. And yes, we are back up and roaring once again. Let's just talk about what has been an absolutely thunderous encounter. And just to cue you all in, setting up the tone of the game, it is Ramhlun who has started off with a corner. Decent work. This is going to be number 5. It is number 5. That was speared into the back of the net. No chance for Baroda Football Academy. Such a delicate setup and an incredible finish. And this time, it is a new name on the card. It is Lalompuya who rifles it into the back of the net as Ramhlun Benglai keeps on scoring and scoring. They are the mean scoring machines. They mean business and they know what it is all about. They know that what this game means to them. Fine finish, 2 minutes 30 seconds remaining, and obviously it goes without saying that they will be pushing hard enough. They will be urging their opposition to try and just go forward, curl up in a ball altogether, because that will allow them that space that they are looking forward to. Once you have the space, then you get a lot of scoring chances, you get a lot of opportunities altogether knocking on the doors. Now it's the captain, Titia. Titia plays it further forward. It was David. Back with David. David to Titia. Onto the far left, but this time it was slightly miscued. Goes out of play. And it's going to be a kick-in for Baroda Football Academy. At the moment, they are just shadows here on the ground. They've kind of... it's very inexplicable, the kind of start that they had. That start fizzled away. Does well. Decent bit of work. Ramhlun Benglai on the prowl again. 3v2. Titia. There's a player right in front of the goal. Now it's 3v3. They play it back. Take their time. Peter on the ball. Peter looking for help. Peter eventually finds David. David plays it all the way back to their goalkeeper, Lalnem Ruata. And back to Peter again. Peter looking for space. Peter takes a lovely turn in. Now Peter going for that shot, but then there was defensive reinforcements in place. So no harm done on that one. And the whistle has been blown. It looks like it's going to be a free kick at the moment for Ramhlun Benglai. Not the best of signs, to be honest. It just turns into like a nightmare. It's already been a nightmare for Baroda Football Academy. From the start to now, it has just tipped over for them. Once again, a free kick from the edge of the box. An opportunity for them to try and power one into the back of the net. Sumit Sharma, pretty towering, eclipsing figure under the sticks. But right now, how things have panned out, it feels like he hasn't got the faintest of clues. And what's happening? And once again, goal number 6. Peter completes half a dozen. As Ramhlun Benglai, they're sniping Baroda Football Academy. Look at this. A 3-man wall in front of the goalkeeper. And they didn't have the faintest of ideas that where the ball was coming in from. It felt as if Ramhlun Benglai, they are kind of toying with their opposition right now. You won't see such imperious dominion on display. That is absolutely electric from the men in whites. And that's a confirmation. Peter Lalrin Lua finding the back of the net. 3 different scorers getting 6 goals. 4 coming from Mama, wherein 2 of them, one coming from Peter, the other one coming from Lalompuya. It just tells you that how good this team has been. It just tells you that how electric, how finely precise and perfectly weighed this team has been. This is what it's all about. This is just so good to watch. Now the square pass does well, receives well enough. Aniket. And now look at this change in format. And with this, we'll come to the end of the first half. A dominant display from Ramhlun Benglai, going down by a solitary goal, coming back strongly enough to pound in half a dozen. That's a confirmation. Saurav Nikan opened the scoring, and then it was K. Roluapuya, that is Mama, getting a hat trick. Lalrin Lua with a goal, Lalumpuya with a goal, and it looks like Peter has scored. So that means Peter has actually scored a brace altogether, and it is Mama with a hat trick. And this has been an electric half of futsal so far. Both the teams, they started off well. That's how it all started, as the two teams walked out with different objectives on their mind. And eventually it was Baroda Football Academy who was defending their pride, who did well enough and eventually started the game on a high, only to be blown apart into smithereens by their counterparts. That was the first goal. That was possibly one of the times where Lalrim Ruata kinda made a hash of affairs altogether. But then at the end of the day, it was forgiven for one after the other. The boys from Mizoram, they kept on hitting hard enough. And eventually, Ramhlun Venglai, once they found that opening goal, all they knew was just how to score. A few stoppages as well, but look at how Lalrim Ruata, the way he found himself back on the trot. This was the opening goal. It was Mama to kickstart proceedings, drew first blood. That lovely first touch is what did the damage. And this is where Lalrem Ruata once again kind of just storming out of his line. But then he redeemed himself emphatically in another excellent inside dodge before he hammered in the second. And the floodgates, they kept on opening. Once the floodgates were open, they were all over the place. And I think Baroda Football Academy, they were all just carrying. This was the third goal. The way he used that near post to his advantage, that was absolutely sensational. And this was the free kick that Peter scored from. An indirect one, wonderfully set up by his skipper before he poked in one into the back of the net. And as things stand at the end of the first half, that's the stats for you. Baroda Football Academy 1 and Ramhlun Venglai 6. 39% ball possession, 61 for Ramhlun Venglai. 18 shots for them, 12 of them on target. 4 shots from Baroda Football Academy, all 4 of them on target, which is a good stat, obviously. 2 saves from the Ramhlun Venglai goalkeeper, 2 saves from Baroda Football Academy's goalkeeper, a couple of corners for Baroda Football Academy, and just 1 for Ramhlun Venglai. And the stats are powered by Sports KPI, the official analytics partner of this tournament. And now we'll head into a short breather and return with the second half of the contest. Till then, stay tuned, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. We are all set. We are up and roaring. And the second half is going to be another litmus test for both the teams as they look forward. For Baroda Football Academy, it's a battle to survive. It's a battle to come back in this game and eventually figure a way forward. But it looks like they are miles away. And the truth be told, they'll have to figure out an opening. They will have to find themselves up and running. Can the Baroda Football Academy pull off the unthinkable? That remains the obvious question. Stationed on to the far right at the moment, they'll have to play this out. Sashank. And it looks like Baroda Football Academy has just managed to find the second goal. It took them a while. And in the start and stop motion of this contest, well, again, it looks like it's a bit of a glitch altogether. But just to give you all a quick heads up, at the moment, Baroda Football Academy has found the back of the net for the second time. And the scoreline now reads 6-2. 6 goals for Ramhlun Venglai, wherein 2 goals for Baroda Football Academy. Apologies for those technical gremlins. We are back once again. Another opportunity. Ramhlun Venglai could have found themselves that 7th goal that they were looking for, reinstating that cushion that they had a few moments ago, which was kind of reduced. Again, another shot comes in from Baroda Football Academy, but not to be. And here they come in, running in from the left wing there. Back to Ramhlun Venglai once again. On the ball. Titia plays it back. Does well there, trying to look out for a shooting chance. Another opportunity onto the far right. This can be an excellent opportunity, opening rather. And then it was wonderfully relayed by Baroda Football Academy. And I think this is the kind of energy, this is the kind of belief that you need in yourself, because at the end of the day, you've got to keep things rolling, you've got to keep your team in motion. That is what eventually changes the proceedings. Back to their captain Titia once again. The first half storm. It has kind of blown Baroda Football Academy apart, and I think this is where it all changes. Can Baroda Football Academy eventually find their way, can eventually fight their way back? There's been a change in their goalkeeping ranks. Stephen Fernandez has taken the yard, has taken the sticks in place of Sumit Sharma, who had a tough outing in the first half. And Ramhlun Venglai, once again, lovely opportunity, lovely chance. And just flashes wide in front of David. One Lal Ruata. What a wonderful setup altogether from PC Lalrem Ruata. Back with Baroda Football Academy again. Looking for their captain there. Parth's made a name for himself in the Gujarat footballing echelons. He was a part of the Gujarat Super League that happened, and he played the Gujarat Futsal League, and now he's right here trying to show that why he is one of the finest uh, dribblers, one of the finest acts in terms of futsal for Gujarat. But is it enough to keep Baroda Football Academy afloat? Gentle pass onto the far left. Hanike does well. Decent bit of dribble. And now keeping the ball under control, it's Saurav Nikam, the goal scorer. Onto the far right once again, trying to keep that in position, trying to open up a bit of space ahead of them. Well, it looks like there have been technical glitches aplenty, and I think we are just trying to brave it all. So, while the game goes on, a massive shout out to everyone who's very patiently keeping a keen eye on the frame, keeping a keen eye on the screens, because at the end of the day, your support is possibly everything for us. It's going to be a goal kick for Baroda Football Academy, and Stephen Fernandez, another big name, another goalkeeper who's made himself quite renowned in the Gujarat Futsal League. And I think it's leagues like this that come together in making these players who they are, and eventually forming them, bringing them together, and shaping them up for the big run. That's another fine run from the left, and this is good defending there from Titia. He was absolutely unwavering in his resolve, kept on defending till the very last moment, and they got it out for a throw-in. Back to Sashank. Here's an opportunity for Baroda Football Academy, but well intercepted. Can Ramhlun Bengla eventually capitalize? Looks like they have. This is another fine scoring chance. Sensational save there from Stephen Fernandez. An electric run from Peter Lalrin Lua. And just while he tried to sneak one at the far post, I reckon the advancing Stephen Fernandez, he did an excellent work out there, taking it onto his chest. The opportunity still looms large, but eventually that has gotten out off the back line. That will go out of play. That's going to be a kick-in. Quickly taken now. And Ramhlun Benglai once again on the ground. Peter sends it forward. Back to Peter again. Tia on the ball now. Tia on the far right. Tia to Peter. Peter trying to keep things under control. Sends it gently forward, but then receives it back again. Good one-touch football. This is a good setup now. Looking dangerous. David, back to Peter. Peter trying to create an opportunity. Gets forward with a lovely through ball. Another crucial save there from Stephen Fernandez. This is what minute changes like these can bring about. Stephen Fernandez taking a couple of blows, but then standing tall like a brave heart under the stakes there. Once again, it was a sensational effort from Titia, and he tried to sneak one, trying to power one into the back of the net. But then Stephen, a fearless warrior, he knows exactly what he's doing, standing his ground, standing tall, eventually taking the blow, sustaining it, and then standing back up. I think that's the kind of result, that's the kind of mettle that you really like to see in your players. Onto the far left now. Baroda Football Academy. Aniket stations it, channels it back to the far right. Looking for a bit more options. Nice ball forward. Back to Aniket again. And that has been intercepted. Here comes Ramhlun Venglai. That's an electric delivery. Just trying to latch onto it, but I reckon there was a bit too much. He overran himself there, David. Baroda Football Academy, can they make this opportunity count? Pratmesh on the ball. Pratmesh plays it towards his right. Decent bit of work. And that's an incredible chance and an excellent save. We'll have to take a look. It looks like it is the goalkeeper, Lalrem Ruata, who's traded that one away. Just the tip of his hands. And that is, well, looks like that was actually the woodwork. That was the crossbar that eventually denied an entrance for Baroda Football Academy for that all-important third goal. And now Venglai on the lookout. Back to Peter once again. Peter taking his time. Peter does well to eventually shake off his marker. A bit of ferocious exchanges. Another lovely shot. But then it goes flying over. Titia, he's looking a lot more menacing. He was the pivot, he was the fulcrum of the Ramhlun Venglai unit in the first half. Now he's transitioned himself into more of an attacker, into more of a sharpshooter. And I think that is what Ramhlun Venglai is kind of banking upon. That's a poor giveaway by Stifford. Here comes Ramhlun Venglai again. Peter on the ball. That's an incredible setup from the right. Great chance, but drags it wide. Terrific opportunity. And it goes begging. Look at this setup once again. It was a trio. And eventually David's effort was not on target. Could have been better though. Once again, deploying a similar tactic that they did in the first half. But the question is, now that they are trailing by an emphatic margin, will this tactic actually work? That's a question. Into that central channel. And once again, a cheap giveaway. But this time, Ramhlun Venglai fails to control that. Good recovery there from Aniket. Aniket to Pratmesh. Pratmesh back to Aniket again on the left. Aniket, the gentle, delicate lob forward. Very well done by the Ramhlun Venglai defense. And now Peter on their way forward. Again, brilliant interception. That's an excellent ball. Goal scoring opportunity. What a terrific save by Lalrem Ruata. Crackling like an unbreachable Fort Knox. Lalrem Ruata continues to defend his citadel with his life on the line. And now Ramhlun Venglai, they have a bit of opening. They can sniff out that. But terrific defending once again. There comes Baroda Football Academy. A possible shooting chance. Goes for the shot, but I reckon it was a bit too late. Titia did well to close down the space ahead of them. Terrific shot once again. And an electric save. It was Pratmesh Kasare with the shot. And Lalrem Ruata pulling off a thunderous effort under the sticks. This is just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Corner kick, however, for Baroda Football Academy. Can they utilize that in their favour though? Quickly taken. A nice ball into the circle. And that's going to be a foul. The referees clearly spotted that. There was a gentle push from the back. And somehow, despite all the efforts, I would say that so far in the first 10 minutes, Baroda Football Academy has really shown intent. They have kind of revamped themselves. And truth be told, they have eventually managed to match Ramhlun Venglai ounce for ounce. Another long ranger. And Lalrem Ruata standing tall. He knows his assignment. Even if he's not able to save most of them, He will be saving the crucial ones, and he continues to do so. He continues to cast an almost unreachable spell right on the goal, and he is turning out into an absolute juggernaut. It's hard, they say that you park a bus when you are leading by a slender margin, and you know that your opposition are heavyweights. And at the moment, Ramhlun, Venglai, for them it's all about the tactical advancement. For them it's all about the tactical nitty-gritties of the game. Baroda Football Academy, they have tried hard enough in the second half, but is it enough to get them an equalizer? That remains a question mark. Titia on the ball again. Titia to far right, Lalopur. Back to Titia. Titia squares it off for Mama. C Mama, there we have two Mamas in the ranks. One is C Mama, or C Lalrin Lua if you want to call them. And then there's K Rolua Puya. That is K Mama, the man who scored 4 goals for his team. Well received. Here's an opportunity, another long ranger, but I reckon that effort, that enterprise wasn't the clinical ones that you would usually see. Saurav Nikam was the man who found the back of the net, who opened the proceedings for Baroda Football Academy before Ramhlun Venglai took over the reins and eventually exerted themselves upon their opposition. And now coming in from the left, trying to crack another opening through that central channel. This looks like a golden opportunity. What a chance there, and a phenomenal shot. But it buzzes, and it buzzes hard enough, but doesn't really find the back of the net. Look at this, it took a deflection along the way. Here's another opportunity, and now it looks like there is a change of momentum. Going forward is Baroda Football Academy. Takes another thunderous effort, another thunderous shot, which was goal bound. But then this man, Lalrim Ruata, he has been an unbeatable force under the sticks, and he continues to deliver. He continues to be the difference between the two sides. Cheeky attempt, and here comes Ramhlun Venglai. 2v3 at the moment. Yeah, this time lost control of the ball. It was kind of spiraling out. Near to 8 minutes remaining in this half. For Gujarat, for Baroda Football Academy, that's another long ranger coming in from Pratmesh Kasare. But that wasn't enough. And I think these 7 minutes will determine the fate of the game for Baroda Football Academy. It's a mountain to climb, and they are caught somewhere midway altogether. Not even midway. Like if they would have scored that third goal, possibly it would have been midway. They are still kind of stuttering at the base of the mountain, where in Ramhlun Venglai they have this ferocious, they have this goal difference to maintain, which will take them through. Another lovely chance there, and a good save there from Stephen Fernandez. Ever since the arrival of Stephen Fernandez under the stakes, I think it has been slightly better for Baroda Football Academy. They have tried, and they have tried hard enough. Ball off to the left. Now here comes Baroda Football Academy. Can they open this up? Because now look at the positioning. There's a massive gap between their players. It's kind of a very incoherent formation. That's well there. Ramhlun Venglai on the ground. Oh, that's in the hand. For a moment they felt that yes, there was an opening. They can actually collect that one and go forward. But it was not to be. It was cheeky. It goes without saying. It was cheeky. Yeah, that was close. That clearly was a handball. No questions asked. find out that opening now, trying to create that opening if possible, obviously. Here's a lovely chance and it goes begging. Decent snatch. Plays it back to Titia. Titia sets it up into that central channel. He could have gone for the shot himself. At times you've got to be selfish. There still remains an opportunity, and that has been buried 6 feet under. Once again, awareness, being opportunistic, just knowing how to put them. It is Vincent Stiffen, kind of a late start for him, and almost preying upon the ball like a spider looks for its prey. It's number 7 for Ramhlun Venglai as Baroda Football Academy. They are completely losing it here. This is electric. This is sensational. And now just trying to figure out more spaces at the moment, it feels like. And there are a lot of openings that can come through. Baroda Football Academy once again conceding that 5-goal cushion. It's just agonizing for them, to be honest. Passes now. Gentle tap forward. Keeps that in place. Another fine ball onto the far right, and I reckon it was a bit too much. Could have been better, to be honest. But not to be. Back to Titia once again. Titia plays it towards the left. And now slowly coming closer, it's Lalrin Loa. Back to Lalrin Loa once again. Lalrin Loa plays another square pass. Another fine ball onto the far right. Titia takes a shot, but well blocked by Stephen Fernandez at the expense of a corner. Yeah, there you go. I reckon it took a bit of deflection as well along the way. It was possibly it took that deflection of Shashank Rana. It's got to be a corner kick at the moment. Titia with a quick corner. Nicely kept in play by Lalompoya. Our Lalompoya back to Titia. Titia plays it to our Lalompoya. Another deflection along the way, another corner. Time and time again, Ramhlun Venglai, they have probed their opposition comprehensively. Titia rolls it back in the ground. Nicely defended there. Falls back for Titia once again. Titia plays it back. Back to Titia. Looking for a bit of opening here. A gentle chip forward. Keeps it under control. Back to Titia once again. Titia plays it towards the far right. Our Lalompoya. Titia now steers it towards the left. The captain, he's being the center. He's being the focal point of the team. Here comes another long ranger, Stephen. Spilt it out on the first go. But then comfortably wrapped the gloves around the ball. And here they come. Knocking on the doors again. But then kind of running into a cul-de-sac at this point in time. Vincent not really able to open up the proceedings. Short, crisp passes. That's a delicate pass forward. Does well there. Vincent waiting for help and tried to channel it towards that far left. There was Zonun Sanga who was waiting for the ball there. Could have been a thunderous finish, to be honest. Slightly wide on that occasion. It is our Lalompoya or Laloma, whatever you want to call him. And I think at this point in time, the game has really been dictated. Another chance, another block. I mean, every single time Ramhlun Venglai comes forward, knocking on the doors. It feels like that Baroda Football Academy has a scare building. Couple of step overs on the left. A very soft trip, one would say. But now stations it further forward. Here they come in from the right, facing a bit of resistance along the way. Does well. Tries to control that. Can they eventually snatch it? Vincent does exceedingly well on that occasion. He was up against not one but three defenders. And eventually it was Vincent who could claim possession for the ball. Back to Lalampuya once again. Lalampuya plays it all the way back to Lalden Ruata. Lalden Ruata channels it to the left. Does well with an inside dodge. Good interception there. It needed some flexibility. It needed some stretching. There's an opportunity. Back to Aniket again. 2.5 minutes remaining in this game. Goes out of play. Kick in for Ramhlun Venglai. Here they come, knocking on the doors. And this time, kind of miscued that. Going forward now, slowly knocking on the doors. Can Baroda Football Academy eventually get that third goal that they are so desperately looking for right now? That's well. Gets it back in. I think at the moment, it's just a matter of moments here. It's just a matter of seconds. They just need to keep the ball rolling as they are. And I reckon it's a job well done. They will be happy to go forward, knocking on the doors. Just to give you all a quick heads up, once again, Ramhlun Venglai, if this is the scoreline that they go forward, this can be a chance. However, terrific opportunity, but then I think that bouncing off mark, the idea was right, the idea was cheeky. I think it was a bit too exaggerated. So yeah, at the moment, Group C, the top two teams will be qualifying for the quarterfinals. And while we were talking about the groups, Baroda Football Academy has just found themselves a third goal. It took them a while, it took them some doing, but eventually at the end of the day, they were able to rattle the deadlock that they were placed at the receiving end of. And they want a fourth goal here. They want to try and create that opening once again. They want to try and go down fighting. They do not really want to give in. They do not really want to relinquish. They do not want to go silently into that good night. But at the end of the day, do they have what it takes to keep things afloat? Do they have what it takes to battle this? Only time shall reveal it all. Another fine ball onto the far right, and here comes Ramhlun Venglai. Those inside dodges, they have been so venomous that it has left Baroda Football Academy chasing shadows and windmills. Saurav Nikam, once again the goal scorer. That's a second goal for him today evening. Here's another opportunity. And this time, kind of an overpowered pass along ranger. But that was shot from us, and that was nowhere coming closer. And while the ball is being fetched in the final 19 seconds, and with this victory, Ramhlun Venglai, they will be leapfrogging Amberlin Sports Club and heading into the quarterfinals. Is that the end, or is that the timeout? We'll have to confirm that one. Well, looks like that is the end. Yes, here we go. It's game, set, match for Ramhlun Venglai Futsal Club as they qualify for the semis, for the quarterfinals rather, alongside the Speed Force FC. That's a confirmation. That's the goals that are being scored. Yes, 4 goals from Mama out there right at the top. Lalampuya with a goal. Peter Lalrindua with a goal. And then Lalchuang Zela, that is Vincent with a goal. And a couple of 3 goals altogether. Saurabh Nikam with a brace for Baroda Football Academy. Aniket Kanodia with the second goal for them. And as things stand at the end of the day for Group C, it's Speed Force FC who qualifies, and so does Ramhlun Venglai with a superior goal difference over the likes of Ambelim Sports Club. And just to give you a heads up about the other groups as well, for Group V, it is Minerva Academy Football Club and Electric Weng Futsal Club who has made it to the quarterfinals. For Group A, it is Corbett FC and Millard FC who has found themselves in the quarterfinals. And now it's Group D and E remaining. That's a quick look at the highlights. This is how it all started. Baroda Football Academy eventually spotting out a window of opportunity and capitalizing on that one. But was it enough? This is when it all started for Ramhlun Venglai, the Mizo boys. They just showed how good they were. They kept on firing on all cylinders and they didn't want to stop. They didn't intend to stop. They were battling till the very, very end. So, yes, absolutely. I mean, that is how you do things. That is how you go ahead and clinch 3 points. Absolutely terrific. That was another thunderous finish from Peter. And it goes without saying, with these goals, they would obviously be hoping that they have done a sensational bit of work altogether. This will be giving them the much needed confidence ahead of the quarterfinals. And yeah, Stephen Fernandez, his arrival in the center, it did do the trick. It did stall the goal flow altogether of Ramhlun Venglai, but it wasn't enough. As Ramhlun Venglai qualifies. And that's the stats for you. 43% for Baroda Football Academy. For FC Thyristor, Ramhlun Venglai, it's 57%. 29 shots for them, 18 on target, 14 shots for Baroda Football Academy, 11 on target, 10 saves by the Baroda Football Academy goalkeeper, which is Stephen Fernandez, played a pivotal role, and then 7 saves from Lalrem Ruata, who was sensational. 4 corners for Baroda Football Academy, 5 of them for FC Thyristor, Ramhlun Venglai, and that's that. The stats are powered to you by Sports KPI, the official analytics partner for this tournament with AIFF. And this is the final scoreline. Baroda Football Academy 3, FC Thyristor Ramhlun Venglai 7. But just in case you're wondering, there are still a couple of matches coming up. In fact, just one match coming up, which is at 7:30, and that is between Casa Barwani Soccer Club and Delhi Football Club, which will be live from 7:30. Till then, stay tuned. For now, it's goodbye, but we will be joining you with you shortly again. Thank you, everyone.